What's up, everybody? It's D with D's Tackle Box, and I got a couple of cool looking tackle boxes that we found and we wanted to share with you guys. I know it's mostly lures all the time with us, but when we find some of these tackle boxes where we can stuff with tackle, it's always it's always a good find for us. So it makes me happy to find some retro vintage stuff like this. Well, you can't really call it retro and vintage on the same thing, right? But description wise, everybody always considers these tackle boxes to be old, or whatever you want to call it, classic, retro, vintage, antique, whatever. These are plastic ones, so to me they're more like a retro, kind of like a classic type of tackle box than it is more of an antique or vintage. For those, I categorize the metal ones that we have, and that's what we use to rebuild, repaint, redo, put new rivets in them and stuff like that. But these right here, these are going to be pretty cool because I'm pretty sure some of y'all might have seen these or might have one of these, but a lot of us that run across these other brands, like for example the one that I'm going to show y'all first is an adventurer brand. It's been around for a long time, but I've never seen the box like this one that I found. There might be some on eBay or somewhere out there, haven't checked yet, but I wanted to share it with you guys and let y'all know what kind of stuff we pick up when we do go out there picking. Maybe you've run across some that look like that. And if you have, just keep in mind that some of those bring some pretty good money, especially if you list them on eBay and, just put them out there for other people to collect. Me personally, I have a ton of boxes here. So some of these we make available to you guys, and some of these just straight up go to eBay, and we just let people out there figure out what they want to pay for them and take them off our hands, and gives us some funds to go look for more stuff. We have a couple of Umco, I can't remember. I think it's in this model series 200 or something like that. Some small Umco boxes. We found a couple of aluminum ones, a green one. Let me see. There's a green one, I think, that has a lid that holds a fishing reel in it. It's just, we could talk tackle boxes for days on this channel. So, maybe that's a good idea. Maybe we can go over a couple more boxes here and there, but we don't want to stray too far away from our main focus, which is the lure. So this time, in this episode, I wanted to share with you guys these two tackle boxes, and I'm going to go ahead and set everything up, and then I'll go through it with you guys so you can see exactly what they look like. Alright guys, so the first one off the top here, this one is an adventurer, but it's also, what is that, the model number right there, 2253 Flambeau by Adventure, or Adventure by Flambeau, one of the two. Right here it says the press to raise cover, and so that's one of the things that got me when I pulled this one open. This is so 70s. I'm thinking like, late 60s or 70s because of the color theme, and also the the way that they did these patterns. That had to be like, it's just the khaki, the brown, all that. Very 70s tone to me. And so in order to be able to raise the cover, you see it's kind of locked. You can't open it like that, and when you're in a hurry trying to get stuff like this, I didn't even read that, and I kept messing with it, and I could not see that it was I thought this was a tape that somebody put on there. But here you have to push this button so you can raise the whole thing, and then you can have access to the trays. Now there's a bottom tray down here, pretty cool because it's quite deep. You could actually fit a couple of reels and boxes and tackle stacks in there, things like that. But you also have trays for lures and things, and I think some of these trays were made so that they can withstand the worm burn. But I can see some of these here, I guess the lures went off the deep end and left their color behind, so, or maybe they were sharing spaces with worms on here. But either way it goes, it's complete. Actually, here's the mechanism for the locking thing for the lid here. So that pushes down, and this one kind of like cantilevers or transfers the weight over and to these actuators that lock into these pins here. So that's a pretty cool concept for this box. It'll keep your lid on as long as you have all your trays nice and tight there. Pop the lid back on, locks it in place, so you don't have to worry about accidental spillage. Then you can pull this one, and this one. But in order to access everything, you have to pull the button there. So I thought this was a pretty cool tackle box. I definitely think it's a nice size because of it's kind of like a chest here, you know. I mean, I'm pretty sure you can sit on that sucker if you put a soft pad on there and not break it, you know what I mean? Now the second one that we got is this, also an adventurer, and this one's number 2000. It has an address, something Longview, Texas there. Somebody had this for a while. VL check plastics. So this one here, the reason that I was immediately wanting to take this one home, I know it doesn't look like much from the outside, but guys, if you take a look at this box, it's a sturdy box, and I believe Adventure made their boxes to float in case they fell in the water. But this one here was especially a find for me because of this. Get a load of that. So we have here another tray inside. Nice little stainless steel finish there with your rivets mounted on for security. And it has a really cool carrying tray, but it also has a bottom compartment. So you can pack your extra lines and extra stuff there. And when you come over here to the actual extra boxes here, wanted to show y'all, and they're all like, they're color coded. I'm not sure why, but you got two, and then, you know, I got 5 over here, the other color. And so these are pretty much simple little containers where you can put other things in there, other lures, or I guess you can put other terminal tackle hooks and things like that. And I believe all of these are the same inside. I thought I had seen some that, yeah, some have compartments that stretch out, some have smaller compartments. I didn't find anything else inside these except for the fact that some of them had like little labels on there, so you can see. I guess you can label them on the outside right here in the front square and put whatever you got in there. But I could see this being like for small little lures or fly size tackle. Let me see what the other ones look like. I didn't get a chance to look at everything, but that one's the same. Yep, same fork. So I guess these all have the smaller compartments. Yeah, and these, both of these have the longer, kind of like for the bomber long A's, the big old Rebel minnows, things like that, you know. Boy howdies. Oh, boy howdies can go in there good. And these over here are going to be your ones that have no compartments, so I guess you can fit whatever you wanted in there. Not bad of a video for a one-handed demonstration of how to mess with this tackle. So guys, hope y'all enjoy this one. It's definitely different, but I couldn't help it. These tackle boxes, you know, a lot of times I run into them in different places, garage sales, you know, just flea markets and things like that, and a lot of times we just pass them up. But these two were pretty cool, man. I mean, I know they're not like, ooh, wow, high dollar, but I gotta tell y'all, I'm pretty happy with those. Hey, so what did you think about those tackle boxes? I mean, let me know what you thought. There's a lot of times we go out there and find a couple of different cool tackle boxes that we immediately fill with lures and things like that. Today was not one of those days. We were actually able to share with you some of these cool items that we find, and I like to be able to show these tackle boxes to you guys. Besides the lures that go in them, some of the tackle boxes that, you know, like people collect and things like that Umco brand tackle boxes, some of those can bring pretty good money. So anything from big Umco tackle boxes like that to the real small, I think I showed y'all some of the Rebel stuff that I had in little, those little tackle boxes that kind of, I guess you could belt clip them, fly lure boxes and stuff like that. Those go for a good penny, especially the older brands like the, you know, the Cotton Cordell boxes, the Rebel boxes. There's a couple of other, I think I have a the long box with the one of the lures that comes with it and stuff like that. But all these tackle boxes, sometimes when you find them, you might not think too much about them, but list them on eBay, man. You'll find out real quick. Some people are actually searching for those things. So this is D. I wanted to bring out something different today. I know it's been a little bit hectic. Weather hasn't cooperated much here, so we haven't been doing a lot of fishing, but we definitely want to bring some of that video footage to you guys after we get some of these cool lures out there and we put them to work. Spring is coming pretty quick, man. I mean, I remember just doing that video with the jacket on and everything, freezing, but we're almost there again, man. So if y'all get ready for spawning and all that pre-spawn and crankbaits and topwater stuff, and you're looking for something specific, holler at us, and you know, we'll take care of you guys. If we can find it for you, we'll make it available to you guys. We got a bunch of really cool retro stuff that we pulled out here not too long ago this week. Man, soft baits, Rebel soft baits, some of those Rebel rednecks, the ringworms. The man's had a bunch of auger tails. We even got a couple of flip tail. We got a bunch of creme, Mr. Twister stuff, just a bunch of different kinds of old retro cool stuff like that. And if y'all are looking for something in particular, just holler at me, man. I got a bunch of cool fishing lures out here. Also, thank you, Dan Beatty. Wanted to make sure I holler at you. You sent us a couple of patches a while back, and then you showed up this weekend and came bearing gifts, and I just wanted to give you a big thumbs up and a thank you. The kids were happy with their rods. Everybody's going to be doing some fishing come spring. We appreciate you stopping by, buddy, and as always, you're welcome to come by anytime. Just give us a heads up. Anything else that you guys can think of, drop any comments on the that y'all have pending or that y'all might have in mind. Drop us a comment or whatever, any questions, things like that. And definitely see us here next week. We want to see if we can bring some fishing action. If we do not get on the water, we'll definitely talk to you about some old school fishing lures, and I know y'all love that stuff. So stay tuned for the next one. I might throw an extra one out there during the week, just a little heads up on some other lures and things like that. But stay tuned for next week's video, and hope I see you here again. But until next time, this is D signing off. Fish out.